Hi, this is Karen with Over the Artsy Moon, and I help you create art that you are excited and proud to show off to your friends and family. And I use the step-by-step painting method so you can come up with designs like this that you're getting to paint. These are all in my Artsy Moon Paint Club, which is open right now. Some of these are super popular, and they're all fun to create. You can see a deer here, back to the dragonfly. And then I have this one. That one's really simple, no tracer. It's just a straight line that we start with when we do the painting for this. And then I have some other summer ones. There's over like 100 different designs in the club, and so you can really pick and choose what you want. You can personalize it. Like this one I did as a colorful balloon grouping, and then this one is like a patriotic one. So there's all kinds of different ways you can do your paintings, and I always encourage my members to really personalize and make it how they would like and fit with what is their vision for the moment. So I thought I could tell you about that, and then I would do a little stenciling. We'll create this bokeh background, and I've got a little square canvas here. These are from Essential Stencil. I do have an affiliate code for these. It's Artsy Moon, all one word. So if you're interested in this is something fun you could put on a card. I'm going to do it on a little canvas. I would say this is like a 6x6, I think. And this actually fits right on there. So it's kind of perfect. So I did my little test, and I'm going to use a 3/4 inch flat, a stencil brush, and a medium round. You could always go smaller too if you want. I hope you're having a good day. Oh, and then as far as paints, we're going to use some black and, or sorry, not black. This one is Honey Brown from Deco Art, and I've got Cool White from Deco Art, Folk Art Cayman Blue, and Deco Art Teal Mint. So let me put those on my canvas, and I'm also going to use some pouncers. So if you want to use pouncers, if you have those available, that's something you could use. If you don't have them, you don't have to use those. You could just use a paintbrush and figure it out from there. Okay, so I've got my teal mint, and if you have ever stenciled before, go ahead and put stencil in the comments there. And if you've ever used a pouncer, let me know about that. And then what else can I ask you? Do you like painting? I hope you like painting. Otherwise, you probably are in the wrong spot, because I love painting and I love sharing my love of painting with you. I've also got these. Okay, so you can see I've got a little bit of a glitter in there. Okay, so ooh, there, right there. So it's hard to see sometimes, but glitter always makes me a little happy. So I'm going to add a little bit, but I've got these two different ones, Galaxy Vibes, or Glides, no, sorry, Galaxy Glitter from Deco Art, and then Craft Twinkle. So I'm not sure what the difference is. They look almost identical. This one's a little more opaque. Maybe we'll try that one today and see how it goes. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and take this off for right now. And I'm just going to take my 3/4 inch flat, get that wet, wipe it off the corner there, tap it onto my paper towel or my rag, and then I'm going to go and do a real light background. So mostly white. You can scoop up some white here, and just a hint of that teal. Okay, so we can go pretty fast. I'm going to add a little water on the edges here just to get those painted up really quickly. All right, what's everybody doing today? I know everybody's busy probably right now, but I just wanted to come on and be able to tell you about the club, because I wouldn't want you to miss out. It's not going to be open for a while now after this session. I kind of do these openings in conjunction with my classes that I teach online, and I've got that Hello Summer one going on. So if you're in my Hello Summer class, say hi. Okay, so this is a real quick little paint, and we just want to get everything painted. It doesn't matter if it's the exact color like this. It could be lighter, darker, however you want to do it. I'll just throw that in there. Grab my blow dryer. Hey Rose, how's it going? Nice to see you. We're doing a little painting because life is always better at the beach. I don't know if you agree with me or not, but that's my philosophy. You've got a little glitter going on here. And I'm just talking about my Artsy Moon Paint Club being open right now. And there are over 100 designs in there now, and it is great if you are a beginner painter, if you're an intermediate painter, if you just want, if you're a better, like a more advanced painter, you can join as well. And then I also have professional painters who do this for their job. They do paint parties, they do creative type businesses, so it's a lot of fun. Sherry says, just finished my surfboard painting. Yeah, that's cool. Let me see if I can find one. This is one that I painted. That one is also in the club, and that's in that Hello Summer class. And then there's a colorful version. So I was just showing options when I was teaching it, so you can see there's different ways to paint almost everything, right? Okay, that's pretty good. And I've got my pouncer here. I got it wet so it wouldn't dry on me because I usually wash these off. There's different kinds of pouncers. I think these are available, but like from Plaid instead of Martha Stewart. So that's probably where you could get this. Let me move this over a little bit so you can see that. All right, so what I'm going to do is start. Let me grab some more white on here. I'm always reluctant to put too much paint on because then it dries out, especially in the summer. And, you know, you don't really want it to dry out. So you don't need too much paint on here. That's probably a little too much. I'm going to grab a little bit of this blue. So I've got both of those on there. I'm going to just kind of smush it around a little bit. I grabbed some of that brown, but that's okay. Let's try it out. Maybe it's going to be like a happy accident, right? And we'll just start randomly putting this on here and see how far that paint goes. So you really don't need too much. It sort of looks like little eyeballs. Let's go ahead and do some on the edges here too. We'll use up a lot of that paint. I don't know about that brown, but we'll see how it goes. Sometimes you just have to roll with it and see what happens, right? Michigan beaches, they are amazing. That's where I go to the beach, Rose. I love the beach, and it is fantastic. It's like such a nice thing to go and spend the day, get some sun, get some vitamin D. I got some of that brown on there, and I'm not loving it, but maybe it's going to be a nice subtle accent. So I'm going to try to get rid of some of that brown, make it a little softer, get a little more blue. Yeah. So I go on the west side of Lake Michigan because I'm closer to Chicago, but I know some of our viewers might be at a different beach, but Silver Beach is always really nice near St. Joseph. So I love that beach. All right, so I'm just going to keep on layering this and repeating. And I'll probably do quite a bit because I want to get rid of that brown. So see how stubborn I am? I'm just going to keep on going, and I'm going to make it work. All right, let me do a little more down here. Maybe just a little white. We'll soften this up a little bit. And then that brown just might be a good thing in the end. Bubbles. Yeah, they could be bubbles. This would be a fun thing to do. Like if you didn't do quite so many, you could do a background that was like an ocean background. I was thinking of that, like what do I want to do just to come on and say hi and talk about the club a little bit. So there are ways to use these pouncers so many different ways. I know some people call them spouncers, but I've only ever heard pouncers personally. So call them what you will. There's no wrong way of doing it, okay? All right, that's getting a little softer, and that's what I'm kind of going for. This one was a little more straightforward because I didn't have that brown in there. What do you think? Do you like the brown, or do you like it without those additional brown marks? Let me know what you think. Okay, let me just make sure. I forgot to check here, but then I saw everybody was commenting, so it's good. All right, I'm going to take a little more of that mint color, a little more white. You see how much white I'm using here? If I just went straight up with the mint and the cayman blue, I'd get a lot brighter background, but I really want to just keep it soft and serene and then be able to see my stencil. So if you make it too dark behind there, you're not going to be able to see the lettering. And I'm going to try a little gold. I grabbed some gold, so I was thinking I could do a little bit of gold instead of that brown, but we'll try it out. Or maybe the gold and the brown, we'll see. All right, I'm going to give this a little blow dry. If you came in a little later, I was showing some of the paintings from the club. This dragonfly is pretty popular. It's got that nice reflection. We had this from our spring workshop, but that is also in the club if you want to learn how to paint flowers and also learn how to do jars. maybe you're a fun flamingo person and you love flamingos. This one has been super popular, and one of my members did like a red mushroom instead. I do have a red mushroom in the, thanks Rose, she said it looks good. They did like a red mushroom instead, but I do have a separate mushroom painting. So these are just some of them. There's probably, I'd say maybe 105, 110 in there already. So lots of choices, and lots of fun to personalize it and make it your own. Okay, this is pretty good. I'd say that's good. All right, so this essential stencil kit grouping comes with 6 different stencils, and these are 6 inches across, and so you could do different ones. There's a turtle. Let me give you the black background here so you can see. There's the turtles. There's the sand, surf, and sun. I love you to the beach and back. Take me to the beach. And then we have some corals and plants. And so all of those are in one set. And if you do need a set of those, use the code ARTSYMOON, ARTSYMOON, from Essential Stencil, and then you'll get a little discount. Even if they are having a sale, you'll get an extra discount. All right, I don't bother usually to line this up, so I am just going to live dangerously and make it work. So let's just do our brown first. Let me put this, I'm going to get this a little wet so I don't have to worry. I'll just leave it in there. All right, so what you do when you're stenciling, you're just going to get some of that paint on your brush, your bristles. You want to get them coated nicely, but you don't want to have too much. If you have too much paint on here, it's going to creep under your stencil, and then it'll do that thing called bleed, where it kind of goes under and it looks messy and ugly. So you don't want to have too much. You could, for your first round, you could even just get it on there really well so it's in those bristles. But then you could offload a little bit onto a rag, paper towel, even onto part of your palette. Okay, and so all you're going to do then, I like to just go in little circles, not too, if you press down really hard too, it'll go under. So you don't want to do that as either. You want to just, you can do a little check, and that's good, looks good. And so we're going to just go around. I'm holding on for dear life here. And you can see how fast this is going to come together. This would be a nice little piece for the bathroom, or some little cozy area, like a little library spot, whatever you have. I'm going to let that go. Grab a little more paint. I probably grabbed too much there. So really get it in there. Offload. You can offload if you have a dry spot. And let me make sure I'm lined up again. Hopefully, I should have probably taped it, but you know, that would be just too much work, right? We don't want to have to do that. All right. Oh, thanks, Rose. That was so sweet of you. Rose put the address in there in case you are interested, and I appreciate that. Okay, let's. Oh, I got bleed. I was probably talking too much, and I got my my stuff did a little bleed. All right, I'm going to show you my favorite tool here, baby wipe. Do it immediately after, and we're going to grab a new stencil brush. So my problem probably, don't you love it when I make mistakes? If you've ever seen me make a mistake and come back from it, let me know. Okay, look, all good, all fixed. This was sitting in the water, so I didn't really follow my own directions. I'm going to grab a clean, dry stencil brush. Okay, that's going to fix the problem. All right, here we go. I should know better, but I was like, I'm going to do my sample and I'll just use the same brush so I don't have to wash it. But, you know, sometimes you forget and you just mess up a little bit. But there is always a way to fix it with acrylics. So if you've ever done acrylics, you know that layering is your friend, and you're able to just go ahead and layer as much as you want, and you can come back from it. It's easy peasy to fix it, and let me show you now. Okay, that looks good. All right, so I'm going to make sure I have offloaded enough there, and I'm going to go a little slower, softer here, and we're just going to add a little more there. Okay. We'll do a really light layer here, and that should take care of it. Okay, and then I did add some glitter, that glitter paint and some white paint to my sand dollars. Has anybody ever picked up a sand dollar at the beach? I went to Fort Myers Beach a couple of years ago, and they had a big storm. And the next morning, there were sand dollars, but they were green. They were like this big, and different sizes, but they were huge, and they were all over the place. So I don't know what happened. The storm sent them in, but you couldn't walk without bumping over them or stepping onto them. So it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. Okay, we got a little bleed there, but we're pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and grab our white, and I'm going to do some painting onto that sand dollar. So we're going to come over here and just come around and fill in that sand dollar. And you could grab a smaller brush if you wanted. That would be okay. But this is just going to be a quick little project and something you could do in no time, and we'll add some glitter and make it even some more special. So thank you so much, everybody. Say hi and let me know where you're watching from, because I always love to hear where you are, and tell me what your day, something good that happened to you today. Let me know. Okay, so we got a little bit there. All right, and then we're going to do just that little white bit in the middle here. And then we'll paint this one here. Oh, so you weeded your garden? Okay, Rose, good for you. That's awesome. Yeah, mine's kind of a big mess. I did plant everything. My lettuce seeds did not turn up, but I got lots of peas growing and taking over everything, so not too bad. But it's kind of nice to go out there, right, and plant. It's a nice spring thing to do. I know some of you probably have really, really, really warm weather already. It's not too bad here in the Midwest. I'm just going to come around here. Okay. And then let's try doing our gold on top. Okay, so let me grab my gold. I'm not sure if I like this better, that background, or the bright one. I think I like the bright one. But, it's all an experiment. We're trying out stuff. All right, here's my gold. And I'm going to offset it slightly. Okay, so I'm going to move the stencil so it's not quite lined up. I'm going to move it over just a smidge. All right, so I see the background, but then I'm going to move it all right to the right slightly, very slightly. I don't want to move it too much. Okay. Oh, I'll get my gold on here and then I'll move it. Okay. All right, so let's see. Moving it just slightly. Okay, we'll try that. I don't know if it's going to really show up too much, but we will see. Let me see if that... Hey, I kind of like that. Yeah, I like that. I don't know if these little words are going to work. I'm going to try the E here at the end. I think it'll be okay. I'll just do a little light coat of that. Get a little more gold on here. Offload. And then we'll get this. And then we'll do our glitter paint, and then we should be good. Okay, life is better at the beach. If you've ever used stencils, I like to clean them right away. This is probably a little bit long because I waited a little bit of time here, but it's actually coming off. I just use a baby wipe to give it a quick scrub, and that way I don't have to worry about it later. All right, so is anybody here in the Hello Summer Paint Party with me? Let me know. Is anybody here one of my members? Oh, look at, I stenciled my table. Good thing it's got the paper on it, right? Let me know. Put AMPC, or if you've ever painted anything. Maybe you aren't in the Hello Summer, but maybe you've done other painting with me. Okay, so we're going to just see how this comes up. It's like really goopy and lovely. Isn't it lovely? I just love it. All right, and then all I'm going to do is go over my sand dollar. So you could paint the whole thing. You could go around and just go on the white parts. I'm going to go ahead and live dangerously and paint the whole thing. Hey, Tamra, and Lynn is here. Lynn says she's in both. Yay! So happy that you are joining me, ladies, and it's great to see everybody who's on here. This one is a little wet, so it's mixing with that white paint slightly. I don't know, maybe it just looks like that. I think it's because it's opaque a little bit. It's not quite showing up, but once it dries, I think we're going to be good to go. And if I want to highlight these at all, I could even just grab, let me grab my liner brush. Just a few, huh? A few liner brushes. Which one will be perfect? Do we really need all these brushes? Who's thinking I need all? This is just like my round and liner brushes that are on the smaller side. Do we have a problem here? Hey, I like this one. Okay, look at that one. Okay, nice and skinny. All right, nice and thin. Look how pretty. Okay, and I'm gonna just get that wet. And then all I'm going to do is get this right into my white. Now, when you have these nice long liner brushes, they hold quite a bit of paint, but you still want to pull and twist them. And then you want to go ahead and do your highlight or whatever. I'm going to hold on here with my finger. I'm putting my pinky down too. I just feel like I need a little brightening with that background. So there's one stroke. I'm going to go back and reload. And keep on going. Okay, see how nice that is? So when you have a nice long brush like that, it gives you a little more control. For me, somehow, this is great for beards, if you're doing gnomes, or what else could you do? Animal hair, like if you're doing pets, that kind of thing. This is a great brush, but you do have to reload it. Some of these are even longer, and so you would have less reloading, but also maybe a little less control. Okay, do you like the outlining there, or the highlight on there? I think I like it better, right? All right, these letters might be a little difficult with this. Let me try one and see. All right, I probably can't do an easy like a curve, but I could come around this way and this way, or I could switch to a smaller brush, but if it gets to be too hard to read, I might have to switch it. But I will just go ahead and do a little more of this. It's just that these letters are thinner with the gold, so the white may not be the best choice, but we always try something, and then if we don't like it, we can always go back and stencil it one more time. Hey Kathy, how are you today? Glad to see you here. I'm just doing a little stenciling, a little glitter paint. I know I could ask my usual question, who's all for glitter, who's not in favor, but if you don't want to answer, you don't have to. We've been having a really great time in the Hello Summer paint party, and it's been really nice to see everybody and paint with everybody. Hey, thanks, Kins. I appreciate that. I don't know if I call you Kins or Kins Art Corner. Great. Glad to hear that, Kathy. Yeah, just a little summer piece. It's on a 6x6 canvas, and super easy. A little bokeh on the background. I kind of like the way this one turned out better, but I accidentally added brown in there, but you know what? It gives a little more depth, right? That's what I always say. Oh, your water's really dirty. It's going to give you lots of depth in your artwork. That's what I say at my paint parties when I go in person. We don't have to change our water every 5 minutes because we don't want necessarily to have everything be bright and over the top. I'm not sure about these middle letters. They are a little hard to read. So maybe I'll go back over with a little bit of something else, but we'll let them dry and we'll see. And I'm not going to be right in the middle of these letters here, but I'm doing my best. All the glitter for sure. Haven't gotten to start the Hello Summer paintings yet. That's okay. You will have access to those for 6 months, so it's all good. But you know what? We're going to be starting with our fall paintings pretty soon. And I know a lot of, a lot of painters start early with Christmas, and a lot of painters want to get started with their fall stuff. So I'm actually working on my fall paintings already for the club, and I'm trying to decide what do I want to focus on besides pumpkins, because it's always pumpkins, 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 right? So, oh, I forgot the word the. Maybe you can tell me if you think I should go back to just the, because it's a little hard to read those middle ones, right? Should I just go back to the gold on there? Let me know. Gold, or do you like the white highlights for the little letters? I need to know what you think. Okay, here's the close up so you can see. Do you think it's better without the highlights or better with the highlights? Kathy wants black cats. Okay, I do have the one black cat in the membership already, Kathy. I know you probably have done that one, but do you need more black cats? So are you thinking like a Halloween piece? Is that what you're thinking, Kathy? Let me know. Without. Okay, so go back and cover those up. Is that what you're saying, Rose? Okay, I can do that. All right, so we have one vote for black cats. What else do you guys think I should put in for fall designs? Do you guys want to do a fall chicken? Do you think that would be kind of fun? I'm going to grab the gold here with this liner brush. So I'm going to really douse that, coat it up nicely the first time so it's already got that color in there, and then I can go back over. Maybe I should just cover it in stencil, but I'll just make life difficult here, and we'll just go back and do a little bit. And it's actually making it a little brighter because it's got that white underneath. So maybe this is okay. Is this? I don't know. You probably can't see it because of where you are. Pumpkin. So you've done it 3 times, Kathy? Oh boy, that's too close. Okay. I don't know. We might have to just change the color on this entirely. I don't know. I'm thinking. Let me see what you guys are saying. Okay, pumpkin field. Ooh, I like that idea. That would be fun. I'm gonna stencil it. Is this dry? These see the glitter? It takes forever for that to dry. So let me hit that with the blow dryer. Let me grab something a little darker. So it worked great on here, and now we're doing this where I'm live, and a fall floral. Okay, I like that idea, Lynn. That's a great idea. Let me see. I kind of feel like I want to stick with brown, so let me see if there's any burnt umber in here left in here. There's like a smidge. A lot of my friends have black cats, so I keep giving them away. Well, that's very nice. Okay, let me know. What do you guys think of like a pair of rubber boots for the fall, like maybe turquoise or something like that with fall flowers inside of it? Do you like that idea? Or do you think that's only a spring thing? A cute scarecrow, Rose is saying. Okay, cool. We have a hayride scene. Maybe I'm trying to visualize how I would do that. Let's see if this is dry enough. It's still pretty wet. Do you like the boots idea? Let me know, because I was kind of thinking about that too. A pair of boots, or do you think that's too much like spring? So Kins thinks it's okay. Let me know what you think. Because then, you know how you have the spring ones, but I feel like people wear the boots in the fall too. So, but maybe I'm thinking about it the wrong way. So I always appreciate it. What about a fall wreath? Do you think a fall wreath would be pretty to do, where you could do your own? I could teach you different kinds of leaves and flowers, and then you could, oh, mums, that would be cute in there. You could kind of personalize it and make it your own too. Okay, now we're going to line this up, and it's probably going to be a little bit goofy. Okay, I think that's all right. All right, back to the stencil. Sometimes it's just playing around, and then when I'm creating things for the membership, like I'm here, we're talking, I'm always thinking, well, that didn't work so well. You're not into the boots, Lynn says. Okay, that's fine. I'll glue this later. All right, we are having so much fun today with these letters and this stenciling. Okay, keep on giving me some ideas for fall. If you wanted pumpkins though, I heard the pumpkin patch kind of idea, or in a field. Thinking like with a fence or something behind maybe. All right, let's offload a little bit here. Okay, fingers crossed. Third time's the charm, right? Okay, here we go. All right, are you crossing your fingers for me? Here we go, here we go. Okay, I know, the trepidation is in the air. What will happen? What will happen? A spooky house. That's a cute idea for like a Halloween theme. That's better, right? There, we can read those. And maybe I should have gone over these a little bit. What do you think? Do I need to go over those other ones? Maybe I can just do that with the liner brush without having to take a chance of... Sometimes there's no control when you use a stencil, but we're just making it work. Okay, let me put that liner brush in here. So I used to be an elementary art teacher, and I feel like this is a day in the art classroom, because we would always be experimenting with stuff and trying out stuff and seeing if it worked better. And it was kind of hard for kids to always be willing to experiment. They sometimes wanted me to just say, here it is, and this is how you're going to do it if you want to do it right. But for me, there's not like only one right way to do it. So it's better if you can just ease up on that perfection. And sometimes you're not going to like what you see exactly at the beginning. Do I have any A-types in here with me who are perfectionists? And, you know, I probably could say, forget it. I don't like it. I'm not loving this. I'm going to give up. It turned out great there. I hate it here. But sometimes we just got to keep on going with it. And maybe we add some layers. We try it out a little differently. We see what happens. Who's with me? Let's see. Okay. All right. I don't see anything. Oh, recovered type A. I appreciate it. And that's how I am too with some things, Rose. Absolutely. Kathy Littman, I need to order your stencil pack. The ones I got for the clouds are very scraggly after just one use. Yeah, these you can use over and over. They're really nice, heavy duty Mylar, and can't go wrong with these. And you don't necessarily have to clean them off, but eventually the paint gets stuck in those edges, and then you don't get a nice crisp edge. So that's why I usually wipe them off just a little bit. Okay, pulling and twisting. Here we go. So we're just adding a little more. And so the membership, like I was telling you earlier, is open through June 13th. That is this Thursday. And it is so much fun. I think you will have a great time. If you are wanting to invest in yourself and do a little something for yourself, let's do a little bit. Actually, let me grab a little more. We'll just do some shadows on the bottom here a little bit. I'll just do that line I covered up. Do a little here. I'm just doing a little wiggly with my brush here. Not worrying about it being exactly on. Okay, and I could do one more thing here. Maybe I should just let it go, but should I just stop while I'm ahead? Maybe I should just stop. Because I was thinking, should I do the edge with something? But maybe this is good the way it is now. Okay, we can read it, and I think it would be cute on the wall. Am I done? Put the word done in the comments if you think I am done. Let me off the hook here. I think I'm going to call it. So this one was on paper in a mixed media pad or watercolor. I don't know what this is. And you could, if you want to do something like a little, you could put that in a frame or something like that. This one ended up being a little bit, yeah, I think so, Kathy. We are done. This one ended up being a little more complicated, but I think that's because I had the darker background by accident, and then I used a brush that I already had gotten wet. So anyway, if you have any questions about the club, please let me know. Remember, we are all about step-by-step directions. It's something that's going to help you to become confident in your painting, and you are going to be creating paintings that you're so happy to show off to your friends and family. You are going to love it. You're going to be so proud of your paintings, and everybody can do it. You don't have to be a professional painter. And a lot of my members are paint party owners, and they are using these designs in their memberships, or not memberships, sorry, in their paint parties. So it's a lot of fun for them because they can just come grab and go, and that'll be the same for you. If you are not a creative business owner, you can just grab the paintings and get it all set up the night before, and then when you're ready to paint, you just get going right away. All right, everybody, thanks for popping on, and I really appreciate you taking a few minutes to spend with me today. I wish you a wonderful day and happy painting.